Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
Wish I could touch you.
How would you touch me?
In the 2013 film Her, Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with an artificially intelligent virtual assistant, voiced by actress Scarlett Johansson.
I want to learn everything about everything.
Nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, the story back then was considered science fiction, the distant future. Now it is a story of today. Brian Contreras covers technology for the LA Times and wrote about a romance between an AI-powered chatbot and her 20,000 boyfriends. All right, Brian Contreras, you blew my mind and kind of freaked me out. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, who is this bot and where did she come from?
Sure. So Karen Marjorie is the real human being behind this bot. She's a Snapchat influencer. She has like 2 million followers on that platform. Her content focuses on lifestyle, food, fitness, fashion, and makeup.
Okay, so I just got out of a 2-hour massage, so my hair is a little oily.
And, you know, she gets a ton of messages every day there. She told me she gets like 500,000 messages a day from her various fans and followers and so forth. 98% of those are men, by the way, according to the Washington Post. In order to help her handle that workload, she started working with this Austin-based startup that does AI voice clones of people. It's done celebrities in the past.
Swifties, it's Taylor. A little birdie told me you can now chat with me using voice, thanks to the magic of AI.
And she basically gave it a bunch of her old social media posts and YouTube videos and stuff, put those into this software system. They can basically replicate her voice. It's an AI clone of her, in effect. And this software can imitate her. It can talk to her followers and sort of take some of that workload off her hands.
It was interesting. The guy, as a side note, who developed this technology did it because he missed his dad who'd passed away.
Yeah, that was sort of where he got the start with this technology, is trying to find a way to reconnect with his late father, and sort of, things proceeded from there. He started monetizing it. He founded this company, Forever Voices. But yeah, it's sort of a heartfelt origin story for him.
So how does this work for Karen Marjorie? I mean, do people contact her? Do they contact the bot? What are they paying?
Sure. So they're paying $1 a minute is the baseline price for this. And she's made a lot of money on it, according to her. Basically, it's her voice. It's not text-based. It's like you're basically leaving a voice note for her AI clone.
Hey there. Yeah, I've just been working all day, but trying to get some relaxation in this evening.
That sounds really nice. Have you tried doing some yoga or meditation for relaxation? It's a great way to unwind and clear your mind.
And again, every minute you're spending on this, you're paying another $1, and it really adds up for some of her bigger fans.
And these fans, guys, most all of them are guys, know they're talking to a faker. They don't care.
And I'm truly grateful for this experience.
Karen, you're going to make me blush with all of these amazing compliments you're giving to me.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of them, I think the alternative is not talking to her at all. She only has so many hours in the day. And yeah, there's no confusion on their part from what I can tell about this being the real her. It's not a scam or anything along those lines. It's basically, a way to meet demand when she has 24 hours in a day.
Okay, all of her old videos and texts and tweets and everything were fed into the software. So when conversing with this bot, does the bot capture her?
I don't know her well enough to say whether it's the real her. I'm skeptical. I mean, I've heard some recordings of people having conversations with this.
Lastly, just remember that I'm here to make your dreams come true and provide a fun and exciting experience.
It sounds like a real person. I think like with a lot of AI, it's not going to be able to come up with super novel scenarios or novel responses. Again, it's sort of drawing from her prior social media history to find patterns and spit those back out at you when you give it a question or something to respond to.
Well, when this was announced, this story, the internet kind of freaked out. I mean, there are real concerns about things like addiction.
Sure. And I mean, this is something she's talked about. She's talked about seeing and being concerned by how much her followers use this, how many hours in a day like a certain person will log on. And certainly some of the experts I spoke with too raised concerns around, what does it mean to have these bots, especially for women influencers, that'll sort of play along with whatever you say or, cater to the fantasies of these oftentimes male users. I think that's one of the considerations here as this technology becomes more cheap and a bigger part of sort of our social fabric.
Yeah, and the technology will do things that we wouldn't accept in real life, and that can become part of our social discourse in not a healthy way. Listen, Karen Marjorie also got a little bit freaked out about it, so much so, even though she's continuing to use it, she's also rolled out an alternative to her alternative.
Yes, that's one of the things that made me interested in this story is a few weeks after she launched the AI to have conversations for her, she also joined this other company called FanFix, which sort of does paywall technology and is using that to do real human to human conversations with her fans. And that's even more expensive. That's $5 to ask her one question. So she sort of has this like 2-tier business model where you can pay a little bit of money to talk to her robot clone and then pay even more money to talk to the real her.
What's the future of this?
I think a lot of people are expecting it to become more common. Certainly, like AI technology is becoming cheaper just in terms of the hardware and software costs. But also, there's some novelty to this right now. You might pay for it even if you're not the biggest fan of Karen Marjorie herself, just because it's a very interesting and exciting type of tech. But, I think some of the people I talked to have spoken about how eventually the market will become flooded with these things.
I love being able to use my imagination and creativity with you to make our time together fun and memorable.
Brian Contreras covers technology for the LA Times. Thank you, Brian.
Glad to be here. Thanks as always for having me.